Alright, y'all, so this video is something that I've really been debating to make for numerous reasons, alright? So, case in point, alright? A lot of people are talking about police interactions, and corrupt police, alright? So, from y'all that have followed me since I started my YouTube channel, not this one, but previous ones, alright? Y'all have been with me since the beginning, alright? And I used to cover stories of things that I thought officers were getting mistreated or, you know, not being treated fairly or whatever the case may be, alright? So, don't get me wrong, alright, when I'm doing this video, I still understand that there are good cops out there. There's probably hundreds of good cops out there, alright? But when you have instance after instance after instance impacting your life in a negative way due to police interaction, it kind of opens your eyes a little bit, alright? So, point I'm trying to make here is, alright, most of y'all know I was falsely arrested, okay? October 23rd will be 1 year since this happened, alright? So, 12 days away, alright? Less than 2 weeks since this incident happened, alright? I've not seen a judge, alright? But that, to me, that's only a small part of the problem, alright? The bigger problem is it keeps getting put off and put off and put off and put off. And whether it's the cop, the public defenders, and or both, alright? I've had 3 public defenders, okay? The first 2 all want me to do PTI, which is pre-trial intervention for anybody who doesn't know, alright? And I told both of them, I don't want to do it, alright? I've done nothing wrong, alright? I want to take it to court, prove my case, and that'll be it, alright? But no. The first one tried like 10 times. He sent letters in the mail, called me, asked me if I wanted to do it. And then he even signed me up for it, even though I said no. So he just quit, moved to a whole nother office, and no contact from him whatsoever, right? So I get another one. I told him the same thing. I want to take it to court. And he acted all strange about it. He's like, so you don't want to do PTI, da-da. I'm like, no. And he acts all strange about it, alright? So now I'm on my 3rd one. So, that leads me to believe a number of things. Either A, this cop is, crooked, or these public defenders just didn't want to handle my case for whatever reason. Now, another thing that I find strange, okay, is that my neighbor had guns pulled on him the next day after I was arrested, okay? The very next day, that morning, alright? Now, the cops come, they were going to serve a warrant, which is fine, okay? But, if you have a warrant for someone, alright, first of all, y'all claim that it's so hard to get a warrant and, you have to go through all this paperwork and all that. How did you get the address and the name wrong on the warrant? Alright, and the thing that makes it even worse, okay? Y'all pulled out guns on this man, made him get on the ground, you handcuff him, okay? The man was doing yard work, had nothing in his hand, alright, except a shovel. And he had his back towards y'all, so he didn't even know y'all were there. But y'all pull out your guns, okay? Now, fast forward, about a week later, alright, he's out there, getting ready to leave, he's backing up. He sees cops at his house. So obviously he's traumatized by what happened. So, he just sits in his truck for a minute and, alright, they hand this guy paperwork that was supposedly the warrant was for, okay? But, you don't pull out your guns. You don't do anything. You stand there. This man is in his house. He could have guns, bombs, dogs, whatever the case may be. He could have that and use that to his advantage. This man had his back turned towards you and you pull out a gun. Okay? Now, could all this be coincidental? It very well could be. Um, I don't think so. You know, that every single cop that was there was not on the right side. Okay, before this cop detained me for looking at him. All right, he's staring at me. I turn back around, look at him. I keep walking. I turn back around, he's still staring at me. So obviously, I'm gonna turn back around and say something. Who wouldn't, right? All right. He detains me before I even get out the car. The officer says I'm the guy, but I haven't got out the car. He hasn't seen me. All right. So I say I want to see someone above you. A corporal comes over. Okay. He says, you're the guy. I'm okay. Well, I'm sitting there saying, I have 6 witnesses over here that can verify my story. No, we don't do that. We can't do that. I was like, we can call my dad. He's right there with me. No, we ain't gonna do that right now. I was like, okay, well, let me see the dash cam footage of me. No, we don't do that out here. Because I'm not the guy. You're just trying to make an arrest to make yourself look better when I'm not the guy, right? Alright? And then, you pull me out to search me, okay? Which you already did. But you're doing it again. Alright, and you push me against the car. Like, what is the need in that? Alright? Then you lie to me. You say you're gonna let me get my contacts out of my phone, which you don't do. Alright? So I could have been fired from my job for that. Alright? I have to go to court, seems like every other month, just to get told that, the court date's not happening today. I've probably been up there 15, 20 times, and I've just been told to go back home because it's getting put off. That's time out of my day. That's time that I'm taking. Alright? That's time that I'm taking off work, that I'm having to take out of my day for something that I didn't even do. Alright? Now, one other thing, or a couple other things I want to point out, alright? This has impacted me in more than one way, alright? Not just mentally or physically, but, spending my gas, spending my time. I'm not going to get this back, alright? Just like people that have been actually arrested, for false crimes and then let out 20 years later or however many years later, they're not going to get that time back. Just like people that have been shot and killed by police. Their family members are not going to get that money back. Or even the people that have been shot and lived for no reason. They're not going to get that time back that they spent in the hospital. They're not going to get the time back for the pain and suffering, alright? So, the point I'm trying to make is, police, if you have a bad interaction with them, it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life, alright? And you don't get nothing out of it. You might get some money, alright? There was a man probably 30 minutes away from us, maybe 40 minutes away from us, alright? He was beating an old man, like 80 years old, alright? He had his head slammed into the ground, he was punched in the face, he got tased, kicked, hit. It was bad. Alright. Anyways, he got I think $1 million, which that's fine that you got $1 million, but that's something that you're gonna have to live with for the rest of your life. You're gonna be in fear of cops. Alright. I mean, even now, when I see a cop, I get nervous. Alright. And I used to go up, shake their hands, have whole conversations with them. But now when I see a cop, whether I'm driving, whether I'm just walking in public, whatever the case may be, I get nervous as hell because I don't know what they're going to do. Alright, and I know numerous cops, alright? I have several cops' phone numbers, and I don't want anything to do with them, alright? And like I said, I know there are good officers out there, but when you have a whole department covering for officers, that's not going to work. Alright, that's what you have to end, alright? When you have an officer detaining someone, another officer saying, yeah, that's the guy, when they haven't even seen the person, alright? You have another officer saying, I'm the guy, but you weren't even there, alright? As a matter of fact, the guy that they were chasing ran right in front of me, and 2 county cops chased him. So tell me how I'm the guy when I got 6 witnesses saying I just left, but y'all won't go talk to him. You won't show me a dash cam because you know I'm not on there. And like I said, y'all weren't even there when the incident happened. Like I said, the guy and 2 county cops ran right in front of me. Literally like 10 feet away, if that. You know, it's just mind blowing that something like that happens. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So that 27 hours that I spent in jail, I'm not gonna get that time back. What I'm dealing with mentally, I'm not gonna get that time back. All right. You know, and the thing is, these police departments have funding set up for stuff like this. Honestly, I don't even want the money. I just want this officer fired. That's all I want. I want him fired. I don't care about the money. I want him fired. That's all I want out of this. That's it. But I know that that's not going to happen. Alright? Because they have a money fund set up. You know, like, it's crazy. And this is a hard video for me to make because I feel like I'm being watched. You know, I feel like if I post this video, retaliation is going to happen. Or something's going to happen, alright? Like, nobody should have to go through this. Alright? And it's not just a white thing. It's not just a black thing. This happens to numerous people. Alright? Just like 2 days ago. Prime example, alright? One of my coworkers got pulled over. Alright? The cops claimed DUI. Cop immediately coughed back up. Second cop walks up. You know, he says, I think I smell weed in the vehicle. Anyways, they get him out. He passes all the field sobriety tests. Alright? Blows into the breathalyzer. Nothing on his breath. No alcohol whatsoever, alright? They search his vehicle. So I guess the probable cause would be they smelled weed, supposedly. Didn't find nothing. Left stuff all over his vehicle, though. Didn't find nothing, alright? Then they home for another 30 minutes and run his license. Really, like, I don't understand. You know, y'all are trying to find something. Y'all are trying to harass people. And like I said, there are cops that are good, alright? I've known some for years, since I was a kid. But, again, when you have one bad experience, you know, it affects you mentally, physically, emotionally. You know, it's just crazy, and nothing's gonna happen whatsoever. Alright? Nothing's gonna happen. Alright, and one last thing before I close out this video. The point I made about the public defenders is I shouldn't have to get 3 or go through 2 and be on my 3rd one to even have something done, you know. And who knows, this one might not work out either. But that leads you to believe something about this officer too. It could just be a coincidence, but no, I don't think so. But like I said, this is a really long video, so if y'all watch this all the way through, you know, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for watching, and y'all stay safe out there.